Hey everyone, how you doing? This is Tony Coleman-Brown and welcome to the Network for Women in Business weekly training call that we're having. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Today we're going to talk about 25 different lead magnet ideas that you can use for your business. So basically what I am going to do actually with this particular coaching call is I am going to take it live on social media and I'm going to see if we can record this live, or maybe I'll just upload it as a video after I'm finished with this particular call. But I am excited to be here tonight and to be talking about this. This is our monthly growth kit. Our monthly growth kit for the month of September is 25 high value lead magnet ideas. And now what I want to do is I actually want to bring this up so that you can see it. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to share my screen so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. So give me a minute so that I can do that and share my screen. Hey, Kathy, it's good to see you. And like I said, I'm going to share my screen so you can see this document. Okay, so I hope that you can see it and you let me know if you can't see it, but hopefully you can. And this was our monthly growth kit for the month of September. And one of the things that we've been talking about is really and truly how to generate leads and how to create lead magnets for your business. And what a lead magnet is, it's really high value content that you're going to give away to your ideal customers and clients in exchange for an email address and a phone number, or just an email address, but you can do an email address and or a phone number. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about. And I put together this particular monthly growth kit to address that. Now, I put together 25 high value lead magnet ideas. And basically, having a lead magnet is the key to attracting your ideal customer online, because when you give them a high value piece of content, what happens is in exchange for their email address, their name, and their phone number, you're going to give them this high value content, and that's going to help you grow your list. So at the end of the day, you want to always be growing your list. I have to say that if it were not for list building and lead generation, I probably never would have been able to become a 3-diamond national vice president in my network marketing company that I was a part of, which led to a whole other host of things. Me becoming a best-selling author, me generating a 5-figure monthly income. All of that stuff was a result of me being able to generate my list. And I was able to do that because one of the things that I decided to give away was samples of the products. And that's something I didn't even put on this, but I have to add that because samples are a great way, and they're high value, high perceived value, and giving away a sample is a good way for you to actually not only get names, email addresses, but you could get a full address because you have to mail. You can also ask for them to pay for shipping, which you can add a little bit for handling, which could cover the cost of you generating the lead. So there's so much that you can do. But let's just jump right into these 25 different high valued lead magnets. Now, I hope that you guys can see, and let me know if you cannot see my screen, but you should be able to see it. So the first, and welcome Gladys and welcome Belinda. It's good to have you guys on the line on the webinar tonight. So the first lead magnet we want to talk about is cheat sheets. Now, I love a cheat sheet because they're quick, they're easy to consume, and it's almost like giving your customers or your clients cliff notes. People love to have cheat sheets, and they also provide a way for you to give your ideal customers or clients step-by-step guidance. And cheat sheets can be used in a variety of different industries. You can use them in network marketing, you can use them in, all different types of businesses. So cheat sheets are number one. And number two is checklists. Now, I really love a good checklist because when you're explaining a process like how to get your business started, you can give a person step one, step two, step three, and they can just use boxes to check them off. And people like checklists because it helps them to have all of the steps all in one and close and nearby. People also like checklists because of the fact that when you're using a checklist and you check things off, it allows you to see that you're not forgetting anything. So a lot of people love checklists because of that. The third thing is weekly tips. Now that's really good as well for you to offer to different people, weekly tips and weekly, suggestions and things like that. If you're an industry expert, you can offer tax saving tips. You can offer budgeting tips if you're into finance. If you're into weight loss, you can offer weekly weight loss tips. These things are all really good. Okay, so that's number three. So let's move on. Number four, case studies. Case studies are always really good, especially if you have a bunch of clients, if you have a documented process that you definitely proved and you have case studies. It's always good to be able to, tell the stories of your customers and clients. So you can use case studies. So if somebody used your particular method and they were able to achieve success, you can give away case studies in exchange for a name and an email address. Resource guides. I really love resource guides, and I think that your ideal customers or clients will love them too, because oftentimes people want to know, what tools are you using in order to do the things that you do? If you have a website, what platform are you using? If you're sending out emails, what email service provider are you using? If you're conducting webinars, what hosts are you using? Are you using GoToWebinar? Are you using Zoom? What are you using? People want to know the tools of the trade. So resource guides are really good. Number 6 is worksheets. I love worksheets as well, because when a person or your ideal customer or client is going through a worksheet, what tends to happen with them is the fact that once they finish, they've gone on a journey and they've really laid out the process for them in their own way, because you may have something that you're offering that will be different from one person to the next. Like for me, I had a podcast planning worksheet. Now, with a podcast planning worksheet, once you complete it, you will have the plans laid out for your particular podcast. So for an individual can go through it and create their own plans, and it'll be an individualized plan specifically for them, and will take them from point A to point B. That's why worksheets are really good, because they serve as kind of a guide for a person to come to their own individual epiphany. Number 7 is a master class. Now, I love master classes because this could be a webinar that you've conducted for like about an hour, and what you can do is you can have this master class on a specific topic. And it's good because it allows your customers and clients something that they can really sink their teeth into. And so people love master classes. You can give those away in exchange for a name and an email. Number 8 is a challenge. People love challenges, but the key to a challenge is not making it very long. You want to do it for either 3 days, 5 days, or 7 days. 7 days max. Sometimes people do 10-day challenges. Sometimes people do 30-day challenges. I personally think 2 weeks may be fine, 10 days may be fine, but to me, 7 days is enough for you to give them, enough content so that they can determine whether or not they want to go a little bit further with you. So a good weight loss challenge or a lead generation challenge, those are always really good. And guides, people love a good guide. I like a guide because it's a little bit shorter than an ebook, and it's just what it says. It's a guide to really guide a person through the process. Now, when you say that you're offering a guide, oftentimes what happens is people feel like, oh, I'm going to go on a journey with you. You're going to be like my scout leader. You're going to take me through this process. So I love that because people feel like they have someone that's leading the way, leading them through a process. So that's why guides have high perceived values. Now, ebook. Of course, people love ebooks because they tend to be a little bit meatier. And those people that love a lot of content and a lot of paper and information, you can't give them enough. You just want to feed them with a 200-page ebook and they'll be happier than a pig in doo-doo. So ebooks are really good. But I think that it depends on the person. A lot of people will get an ebook and will never open it up. So I think ebooks are really good. So number 11 is interviews. If you've conducted an interview with someone that's considered to be an expert in a specific area, this could be something really good to give away in exchange for a name and an email address. Also, number 12, swipe files. Now, I love swipe files because it gives you a guide and it gives you kind of like, it allows you to open up yourself and your success, your successful copy. You could have a swipe file for an email autoresponder series, a swipe file for, Facebook posts or Instagram posts, and you can give that away because if you had a Facebook post that went viral and you want to teach people the framework for how to write that same type of Facebook post, then giving them the swipe files for that will be a good lead magnet. So basically, people will give you their name and email addresses in exchange for a swipe file. So number 13 is a book chapter. If you are writing a book and you want to sell more books, one of the things that you might want to do is give away a chapter in a book. When you do this, what tends to happen is, excuse me guys, my eye's itching. What tends to happen is you're teasing people, you're giving them an into, what the book is all about. And I have to tell you that that's one of the best ways to sell more books is to pique a person's interest by giving them one chapter for free. So that's a great way to get a name and an email address. A discount coupon. Discount coupons are great, especially if you have a store, an online store, or if you have a brick and mortar store and you want to get more people in the door. If you give a discount coupon and you say enter your name and email address to get a coupon code to save 30%, that's just a win-win. You're going to get the names and the email addresses, and then after a person delivers their name and email address, you can then deliver them the code for them to go ahead and get the discount. That's always a good high-value lead magnet. So number 15 would be an audio file. If you had a webinar or a podcast that, had a lot of downloads and you can tell that people really liked it. So if you look at your podcast analytics, or if you have an audio that you have on your website and you notice that a lot of people are going to that particular page, or a lot of people are downloading a specific podcast episode, then you might want to give that audio file away as a lead magnet in exchange for a name and an email address. It's the same thing with an expert interview. if you've interviewed someone and you know there's somebody, an influencer or something like that, then you might want to have that interview transcribed, and you can give away the transcription of the interview. That's always really cool, and people like to read those. Number 17 is quizzes. Now, I really like quizzes because when people sign up to take a quiz, well, they don't sign up to take the quiz, they sign up to get the results of a quiz. There's a software site or a service that provides quizzes. It's called Interact. So it's I think it's interact.com. So if you go to interact.com, you can set up and create a quiz. Now, once you create the quiz, at the end of the quiz, in order for the person who took it to get their results, and they have to enter their name and email address. And what's cool is if you do a quiz, I think I had one called Are you ready to go full-time as an entrepreneur? Now, there were 3 basic tracks. You know, one is that you're not quite ready, one is that you're a rising star, one is that you're a superstar. But at the end of the day, all roads led to the Small Business Bootcamp for Women, which was an event, you know, and you guys know that I host a Small Business Bootcamp for Women every year. So basically, it didn't matter how they ended up, you know, falling on the track for those 3 different responses. All roads ended with the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. So if they weren't ready, then I suggested that they attended the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. If they were a rising star, then I said, this is great, you're doing good, you're on your way, but you could use more help. And I recommended the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. And if they were a superstar, I said, you are well on your way, but you can always use more knowledge and education. And I recommended them to attend the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. So a quiz can be really good for you to generate leads. Also, number 18 is an email course. Now, an email course is great because the delivery is easy, and you don't even have to have all of the content ready when you launch your email course. You know, you can pick your topic, you can talk about the benefits, you can let people know what they're going to get, you can put it out there, then they can sign up, and you can write one email in the email course, and they can sign up and they can get that one email, and then a day or 2 days later you can send the second email. But what happens when you put together like an email course, maybe it's over 5 days, you have time. So you don't have to have everything ready and available as soon as you launch. So you can have one email ready, and then 2 days later you can work on the next email, and then within those other 2 days you can work on the next email, and then the next email. So you don't have to have everything all ready and perfect all at one time. You can just let it roll, get the leads, and start delivering the content, but create it as you go. That's one of the things I love about an email course. Now, templates. Templates are really cool too, because templates provide a framework. So for example, if you have a particular way that you deliver your Instagram post, and you have a formula for that, you could give away a template, and the template could say, okay, in the first sentence, these are the types of things you want to say. In the middle, these are the types of things you want to say. Once you get to section 3, you want to put a testimony. Once you get to section 4, you want to put an offer. Once you get to section 5, you want to put a call to action. So that's kind of like a template for a perfect Instagram post. So templates are really good, and they're a good way for you to get a name and an email address. If you have a very successful way of doing something, you can always provide a template that provides the framework for someone to follow step by step utilizing your method. So number 20 is a planner. Now, people love planners. So you can give away a planner. A planner could be basically some Excel spreadsheets, or it could be a Word spreadsheets or tables. And basically, it's almost like a calendar where you can plan out things like a social media planner or something like that, where you can teach people how to map out and plan all their social media posts. Or it could be a food journal, you know, and where somebody could plan out all of their meals for the week, or a food planner. I mean, these types of things are really cool, and you can think about how a planner could relate to your business. And if it's you know, like if I know one of the courses that I'm working on, my next big course is going to be Audience from Scratch, teaching people how to build their audience. And one of the things that I can do is an email marketing planner, where you're planning out specific emails for an autoresponder series. That's something that could be good, that you could give away to someone, you know, to say, okay, your first email should be your welcome email. These are the things you want to include in that. Your second email that you're going to send a day later is going to be connect with me on social media. Your third email may be work with me, you know, so that's, you know, putting together like a 7-day email marketing planner. That's something that I would create as a giveaway, you know, that kind of aligns with what I'm going to be doing and what I'm going to be offering in the long run. Number 21 is printables, and printables are similar to planners, because printables could be food guides, food journals, daily journals, and you know, you may have it already laid out in a nice template, and you can offer it to give it away to someone so that they can have the same, you know, pretty layout and design that you have and utilize it in their business. So that's pretty cool too. Number 22 is a tutorial. Tutorials are great, and there's nothing like promoting a tutorial, because you can say, hey, you know, get this tutorial where you can stand behind my shoulder and watch me while I build a lead capture page. You know, I'm going to show you step by step how to build lead capture pages using lead pages. I think I have one of the videos in our members area that shows you how to do just that. So tutorials are also great and have a high perceived value. Reports, a free report. Reports are good because they're easy to consume, and oftentimes it could be a report about, you know, why female entrepreneurs are struggling to grow their business, or a report on why Instagram is the better platform to promote your business on than Facebook today in 2019 or in 2020. So those are reports. Free reports are always really, really good. Then you can do a free coaching session. Now, a free coaching session has high perceived value, because you're going to give people time with you. And oftentimes, if you are out there doing Facebook Lives, or if you're out there really, you know, being visible every day, promoting your business, then a free coaching session is something that people would die, especially if you have had a lot of success in whatever area it is you're promoting. People would die to have that time with you. So a free coaching session is good. And a white paper is good because oftentimes white papers deliver industry facts and trends. People use white papers oftentimes to give out data analytics, data about a specific industry, or benchmarking data about a specific industry, or trends for a particular year. I've done that as well. I've done social media trends, 2017, 2018, or whatever, and those tend to do very well also. Now, one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is be creative. Whenever you're putting together your lead magnets for your business, be creative. But I do have a success formula that I want to share with each of you tonight. And that success formula is called the CBS method for lead magnet creation. Now, I'm going to go over this formula with you. It's really quick, it's really easy, but once I go over it with you, I promise you that you will be able to use this CBS method for all of your creation, whether you're creating Facebook posts, whether you're creating blog posts, whether you're creating a webinar, whether you're creating a lead capture page, whether you're creating a lead magnet, you'll be able to use this CBS method. And what is the CBS method? It's the C stands for following the 3 C's. And the 3 C's are making sure that your lead magnet connects with an existing offer or an offer that is to come, right? And then it also, so the 3 C's are connect, it should be easy to consume. Remember, you don't want to overload your people. And then the 3rd C is that it should have a clear title. So the 3 C's are connect, consume, have a clear title. Now let me go over that. And let me go over the connect part. And what do I mean by connecting with an existing offer or one that is to come? So for example, if the next course that I'm offering is audience from scratch and it's all about list building and building, growing, and monetizing your list, then the lead magnet that I should create should be something like this. 25 ideas for a high-end lead magnet. I mean, that's good for list building. So if you are in a business and your business is wellness, then you might want to create a lead magnet that has something to do with wellness or, self-care or something like that. And it should be highly connected to an existing offer or something that you're going to be offering in the future. And like I said, it should be easy to consume. And of the 25 ideas that I've laid out here, they're all pretty easy to consume, except for like ebooks and stuff like that. But you have to remember that there are certain personality types that are very analytical, that love data, that love a lot of information. So ebooks, while they may not work for all people, they do work for some people. So remember that. And it must have a clear title. So when a person reads it, they need to understand exactly what it is that you're offering. So the first C in the CBS system, it actually stands for 3 C's: connect, consume, and clear title. That's what your lead magnet should have. Now the B stands for your lead magnet should act as a bridge. Now, your lead magnet should be the missing link in that bridge that will help your ideal customers get from where they are to where they want to be. So for example, if you want to generate leads and you have your lead capture page and you have your thank you page, but you don't have what it is you're going to offer them in exchange for them entering their information into, your lead page, then that's where the lead magnet comes into play. You don't know what to offer. You don't know what to give them away for free. So a guide like this will be that missing link to help you go from where you are to where you want to be. Right? So the B in the CBS method stands for the bridge. Now the S in the CBS method stands for your lead magnet should provide one major solution to an existing problem that your ideal customer is experiencing. So just like I said, your lead magnet should be a bridge. It should act as a bridge to help your customers get from where they are to where they want to be, right? So even though it's acting as a bridge, it's still that missing link, right? So your ideal customer in this instance have a problem. They don't know what to give away. So I'm giving them all of these ideas. So that is solving their problem of, I don't know what to give away as a lead magnet. I mean, hey, Tony, you talked about, you know, generating leads and using lead pages to, you know, create a lead capture page. But what am I going to offer people in exchange for email and a name? What am I offering them? This particular item, this 25 high value lead magnet ideas, is the missing link. It's that missing piece. And, you know, if you think about a drawbridge, and, you know, drawbridges have that gap, and you have to have that missing link so that they can cross over to the other side. That's exactly what this particular item would serve as. And it's using this CBS method to be able to create it, making sure that it follows the 3 C's, making sure that it acts as a bridge, making sure that it solves one major problem. So if your lead magnet is solving all of your people's problem, then, you know, why should they go any further with you? You want to make sure that your lead magnets solve one problem. It's the solution for one problem, not every problem that your ideal customer has. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. And I hope that you guys got it. And I'm going to see if you have any particular questions for me. So let me get back over here. I'm going to stop sharing and come back to just me. So, yep. Okay, so I hope you guys can see me, and I think that you can, right? And let me open this up to see if you guys have any questions. Any questions about the information? Gladys, any questions about the information? You can unmute yourself. Kathy, any questions about the information?
Hi, Tony. I don't have any questions. It's just that with the lead magnet, like you mentioned, it should solve one problem. So I'm trying to figure out what to do and what to work on.
Okay. Yeah, so basically, you know, there'll be a lot of problems I'm sure that you can solve, especially if your company offers a lot of products, right? Because I know you're in a network marketing wellness company. You just have to pick one. Pick one problem. Pick one problem, pick one solution.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? Mm-hmm. Kathy, does that make sense? Do you have any questions?
No, not really, but I would offer samples. I sell body butter.
Mm-hmm.
Offer that in order to, get information from them.
Yeah, that's awesome, because I mean, that's exactly what I did when I was in Warm Spirit. That's all I did, was I sent off samples. And really and truly what you could do, and this is what I wish I would have done when I was with Warm Spirit, was, you know, just say free samples, but free plus shipping. So it's free, but you pay for the shipping, and then add a little bit to it so that it covers all of your shipping and all of your handling costs, and maybe add an extra $1. And that way, if you buy advertising so that you can generate leads, that $1 can go towards paying for your advertising.
Okay.
So after you cover the cost for shipping, after you cover the cost for handling, throw a little $1 on there and cover the cost for your advertising.
Okay, sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So any other questions, guys?
Nope.
All right, so if there are no other questions, I'm just going to say this, that, you know, one of the things that I really want is more interaction from, you know, the group, and more interaction from the members. So I'm going to be incorporating some things so that we can interact a little bit more. And one of the things that I think I'm going to do is put together like a community, so that, you know, people could have, you know, their own individual profiles, and they can promote their businesses and things that's going on. Because one of the things that I found is that, you know, while Facebook is good, Facebook is tough. And, you know, Facebook is busy, and Facebook, you know, like even when you have a group, and I know that they're even supposed to be doing more with groups, it's still, you know, a lot of the posts and stuff are still suppressed. It's still hard sometimes to get that kind of engagement. So what I may be doing is putting together a community where everybody, like a name community, where everybody can go in and, you know, post the pictures and, you know, post their events and different things going on, so that we can have a space that's kind of outside of Facebook and even outside of where we have the course, so that there can be more interaction, more questions being asked. And, you know, and I want to guide people, you know, kind of through that process. And also, you know, I'm going to be opening up membership again for the Network for Women in Business. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about, and maybe that's what the call will be about next week, it's just more about how you can grab your affiliate link, how you can use your affiliate link, and how everyone can participate when I open up doors again for membership. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And I think that for membership, I'm just going to take it down to one membership level. And because I'm going to be also doing this other course. And that's going to be my major focus for myself for 2020, is really working with people, helping them to build their, you know, their list, really going and do a deep dive into list building and building up this audience from scratch course. And what I'll probably end up doing is, you know, having some of you guys go through it as well. We went through a lot of the information, but really taking people through a more guided process. And I'm thinking that it's going to be a 4-week process, a 4 to 6 week process, where people can really, you know, do the exercises, do the homework. And I mean, and, you know, me being very diligent and having them more committed to doing the work and actually getting it done, and, you know, submitting homework and making sure that they're saying, yes, the homework was done, and all of this stuff, and just showing a whole bunch of different tips and tricks that people can use to build and grow their list. Now, that's one of the things that I'm going to be talking about at the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. That's going to be a major, major focus of the bootcamp. And, you know, this year the bootcamp is going to be different because it's going to be very interactive. So basically, my ultimate goal with the boot camp for this year is taking place on November 16th at the Radisson in New Rochelle. And also, too, I'm going to talk about next week how you can promote that event as well, and as an affiliate, and earn income on that. So I'm going to be talking about all things affiliate marketing next week, Monday, and I'll have all of the materials, all of the banners, and all of that stuff that you can use to promote the Network for Women in Business relaunch, as well as the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. Now, what's going to happen on November 16th, though, is I am going to have, it's going to be more experiential learning. So basically, while you're going to be a part of the workshop and, you know, like listening and taking notes, you're going to literally be the workshop. So what I'm going to be doing is exercises where my ultimate goal is that nobody leaves that event without at least 25 to 50 new leads by the end of the day. And I'm sure some people are going to have more, because we're going to be doing exercises that literally you'll be able to start the process of generating leads right away. And that's the ultimate goal. And I mean, and I know that it's going to happen because of the way I'm kind of designing it and the way that I'm designing the exercises. I'm really excited about it. And, you know, some of the exercises are going to be speed exercises where, you know, you'll be, you know, looking in places that you normally don't think to look to generate a lead. And, you know, and really just getting in there, digging in there and doing these speed exercises that will help you begin to generate leads very fast, very quickly. And I mean, and people are going to be surprised at what, you know, at what happens. They will be, especially when I do the LinkedIn piece. So I'm really excited about that, you know, because LinkedIn is a different type of platform than most of the other ones. So I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, so that's happening November 16th, and hopefully a lot of you will be able to come. It's going to be really cool, lots of fun, and I'm very excited about that. So next week we're going to talk about affiliate marketing and getting ourselves geared up to, you know, really begin to participate when I open the card up for the Network for Women in Business again, and also being able to participate right now in the Small Business Bootcamp for Women as an affiliate. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so if there are no other questions, I'm just going to say thank you guys for being on the webinar tonight. I appreciate it. I hope you got something out of it. I emailed everyone the 25 high-value lead magnet ideas, and that will also be posted in the members area, in the content area, so you'll always be able to have that. And once this video is done, this will be posted there as well, so that you can go back and go over it, and you can think about different ideas for you to use to begin to generate leads for your business. Because, you know, I mean, if you're giving away samples, you can actually, you know, I don't know if you have Instant Messenger or you have LinkedIn, you can probably go and start reaching out to people right now to see if they're interested in getting some free samples. You know, this is you know, high season for generating leads, high season for sales. So we have to really start digging in deep and, you know, having not necessarily the high tech part of it, but having the high touch part of it, and really reaching out to people on a more personal level to begin to generate interest in what we have to offer. So I'm sure you could probably get 25 leads before the end of the night, Kathy.
Okay, I hear you.
So all right, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more. I'm very excited. And thank you guys for being on the webinar tonight. And I will talk to you soon. Okay?
All right.
Thank you. Take care.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.